Hello there, we are live there on the Side Quest, your weekly journey into the wonderful world of video games, geek culture, everything that surrounds it. I'm one of your luscious hosts, Dolly.
Luscious.
Joining me over here is the one, the only JJ.
Oh,
Also
yeah.
luscious,
I'm
I might
always
add. Always
luscious and scrumptious.
Lush. Ooh, I like that. Luscious and scrumptious. I'm delicious.
Yeah.
How you doing, Jage? Doing all right?
Oh, I'm doing perfectly fine.
You doing perfectly fine? Good. I like to
Yeah.
hear that. I'm also doing fine. I just got back from Japan a couple days ago, and boy, are my arms tired.
It
I have
only
to say,
works when you say you flew in from Japan.
I just flew in from Japan, and boy, are my arms tired.
There you go.
The
Is it still
muscles
there?
aren't. You know what? Yep. So yeah, I was there for a week for work, and I have before we dive into the actual gaming fun stuff, I do have some stuff that's related to Japan that I'm tweeting.
It's very distracting.
Tweeting, posting, yeah.
You're very bad at
so
this.
yeah, thank you. I'm very bad at this, but now I'm started. I'm okay. I'm back.
Okay.
So Japan is great. I love Japan. It was my second time there this year, for both times for work. This time was a little bit longer, an extra day. So I had a Friday there, and spent a lot of time talking to my teammates, my coworkers about like manga and anime and video games. This time it was actually pretty funny. Everybody's in like their 40s and late 30s and stuff. And early 50s, and that our generation is deep into that. They all grew up with anime and all that kind of stuff. So we chatted about everything. Went to a secondhand store for gaming stuff, and I was about to buy you some Pokemon cards. You're like, hey, buy me a pack of Pokemon cards, but it was. I wasn't sure how I was gonna, because they were like loose cards. They didn't have any packs. Finding packs of Pokemon cards in Japan is brutally difficult, way worse than in the US.
A cool thing you can find in Japan game shops is they'll do like bricks of cards that are just loosies that they've got wrapped up, and you actually end up sometimes getting some really nice stuff, because it's not like in America where they like pick and choose certain things. They do it pretty fair over there for that stuff, so that's kind of neat.
So what was actually kind of interesting was, so we're in a secondhand shop. We're walking through like aisles and aisles of. I was looking for Lorcana. They did not have Disney Lorcana, but I was walking through aisles and aisles. Who does? Of Pokemon cards and all kinds of cards and like model kits and a whole bunch of other stuff. And they had Pokemon cards there. I shit you not. Shit you not, for like just on racks behind just like regularly, you can just walk by and be like, I want that one. 675,000 yen, which roughly equates to like $4,500, and they had tons of them there. Like they were selling a lot of them, and I thought, holy shit, there's that many Pokemon cards, like older Pokemon cards, that are worth that much money that people are just willing to sell. But it was really cool just walking in there. A lot of old games. I was very tempted to buy stuff. The nice thing about excuse me. Nice thing about for us Americans heading over is that the yen is in such bad shape right now that it's essentially 150 yen to the dollar, 149 yen to the, which is bonkers. Like in the past, I remember when it was like 101, 102 yen, 95 yen to the dollar, it would fluctuate around 150 yen to the dollar means that everything was very affordable for us. That's why I bought a couple of Amiibo last time I went. And I was very tempted to buy stuff this time. I did not buy any geek thing. Let me rephrase that. I bought a couple geek things. I bought I didn't do it last time, but this time I went all out and used the gacha machines.
Yeah.
Last time I take it back, I used one gacha machine for Pokemon cards. This time I used an actual gosh darn gacha machine with the ball, with the crank, and basically like $3 in, $2 to $3, depending how how much you want, and you get you get a little ball comes out. Now we have these. There's like the 50-cent machines, 75-cent quarter. These are the ball drop machines. The gotcha machines in the U.S. have been around forever as well. They're just
we don't call them gotcha. We just call
yeah. They're not nearly as popular because they're not collectible here. It's super collectible in Japan.
My local mall has like an island that has legit Japanese gotcha machines. So like every once in a while, like I'll go to the mall and and it's the same thing. It's like you give us $5, you'll get a couple of tokens. And like last time I was there, I put it in and I got they had a Spy Family gotcha. So I put some tokens in there and got a little sleeping Bond figurine. It's really cute. But yeah, they've like a legitimate Japanese gotcha machine in the middle of my mall. It's cool.
I think the difference between the US and Japan is in the US it's like get a bracelet or some stickers or get a wall crawler. It's kind of like
or the peak of the childhood little grocery store egg capsule machine.
Yeah, the egg capsule machine.
Was slime. You wanted slime.
Yeah, you wanted the slime. Yeah. Or you get gumballs, right? You just get this, which is just the worst thing because those fall out and you have to actually grab them and they'll fall on the floor. Anyways, the reason that they're so popular in Japan is that all the licensing has gone crazy, and
it's not as licensed there as it is here because it's like
true. But I'm gonna say this: you'd think, but the store that I went to, which was across the street from my hotel, it's like a cinema. It's it's like a mini mall / cinema. They had every brand possible. Like their gotcha machines were from every anime, Marvel, Disney. I mean, I thought about Disney for you, JJ, but
Japan
what makes them really popular
for Disney stuff.
What makes them really popular in Japan is that it's the insane detail that gets put into these things. So I wasn't gonna get one. I was actually looking for a Pretty Cure for my daughter because she's into it for some reason. It's a thing, and I found a Pioneer CD kit gotcha machine, and I'm like, what? So I put my 500 yen in there, which is like what, $3 or so, about $3.25. And I got this, and I haven't opened it yet, but I'm very curious to see what it is. So
Japan loves making little toys.
Yes,
detailed electronics, like household electronics. It's
the way you do it. So it's got a hinge on one side. It's got the two little pop thing. You got to pop it that way. Okay. There we go.
It's purple, so it's a legendary. No.
It's a legendary, yes. All right, it is. Oh, dude. It's essentially the vinyl deck that I had.
Oh, fuck.
This is awesome. That's cool. Oh, and the slider works. The little slider works on here. That's cool.
That's what's cool about Japanese little fucking bullshit.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
All right, and it's got the arm is on a separate little
nice
clip in there. I'm super excited. That is really cool. And way to go, Japan. Money well spent because I guess I don't know, but it's well worth it to have a little. Essentially the same turntable as a Pioneer that I had. That's so cool. Pioneer DJ, baby. Awesome.
And they scale that stuff to like 6-inch action figures. So like your Bandai Figuarts figure now has a vinyl.
Now, another thing I did for the very first time was I did a pachinko machine.
Ooh.
And I'm going to share with you right now which pachinko, because it was the last day and my coworker was like, hey, you want to go check out pachinko?
Please tell me it's a Konami pachinko machine.
Well, yeah, Konami makes all the pachinko machines, but this pachinko machine was Godzilla versus Evangelion, baby.
Yeah.
It was awesome. So this is the trailer for the pachinko machine. We walk into this pachinko. So for those that don't know, pachinko is essentially a cross between pinball and slot machines. And there's usually a knob that shoots little balls out, and then there's a big button or something in the middle that's your interaction button.
Yeah,
and you're supposed to beat enemies.
There's a reason why it's called Plinko on Price is Right.
Yes.
Do you remember the stages in Super Mario Sunshine that you all hated? That's
Yeah,
pachinko.
pachinko. So yeah, so you have to like kind of turn the knob on this thing, and I'll show in a second. This is the trailer for this guy. You turn the knob, and let me share this tab instead.
Ghidorah! No, Ghidorah, come
Let's
back.
see if this works. Yeah, you turn the knob, and the balls are kind of shooting around this ramp. This is probably illegal if this guy filmed it, but
Oh,
they're
it
shooting around this
absolutely
ramp,
is.
and it comes down in here, and your goal is to try to get it. Yeah, see the balls are coming down. Try to get it in here. So all the balls are down here, and then your he's got a 30-minute recording. Heck yeah, this is totally illegal. Let me do this. There we go. So the burst will go off, and at certain times you have to tap the big button. It'll start glowing in the middle, and that's when something will happen, and but it's just a game of chance. That's all it is, a game of chance. But it's kind of fun to see Godzilla and Evangelion. The visual quality was awesome. Like, it tells a whole story, so you're going through like the plot. They're the numbers. You have to match up all 3 numbers. If you don't match them, then something else happens. And if you do match them, and like 5 other things happen, you can hit that button. You can get more turns, and it's just like, it's just, I can see it getting addicting. I played this was essentially what amounts to like the penny slot version of these pachinko machines. So I put in 1,000 yen, and I got essentially 1,000 shots. And so 1,000 yen is like $7. So for $7, I played for like a good 15 minutes, just literally holding that knob and seeing this go. Tip, 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 tip.
Is it still? I don't know the laws in Japan anymore. Is gambling? So do you still have to like cash in the balls? Like,
so here's how they do it.
Take them across the street.
Yes, it's illegal. It's gambling. So what you'll get is you'll get a little ticket that says, or like a ticket that has like a print and says, this is your prize. And so obviously you can't cash it in at the pachinko place, but at this place we went to, you walk outside and there's a building out there, and the building, they really like these cards. They'll pay you for these cards. And so that's really, that's how they get around it. It's like, so it's not actually,
they're so
There's
good.
a button. He's pushing the button, and stuff's happening there on screen, and you could take down Godzilla or Evangelion. But yeah, it's cool.
I don't know if you've ever gotten like a Japanese blind box before that has like a little toy in it. A lot of times you'll get them, and there'll be like a piece of gum or something inside of them, like they used to do. And it's not for any reason. It's not like baseball cards where it's like it's cards and gum. It only exists in there so you can like put it in like at the like what would be effectively the impulse buy, so you can like put it on the shelf with food. Because it has a food product in it. So therefore it can be shelved with food products, kind of bullshit. It's great. The loopholes are great there. It's just like,
yes. So yeah, that was really cool about that. Like I said, I figured it was a fun thing. Now, one last thing.
Okay.
I was going to save this for the snack questing, but we're going to start snack questing right now. Snack questing.
Snack
questing.
It's a snack.
It's a snack. I was in the airport, and I figured, let me buy something. Let me actually buy something for myself on the way back to Remember Japan. I didn't really get a chance to do too much.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
I showed this. And so I thought, I saw this, which is the Tokyo Banana.
Yeah, man.
It's Tokyo Banana Chocolate Sand, starring Pikachu and Eevee. Sorry for the blurriness. It is basically banana cookies.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever had
fingers out of the way.
I don't know if you've ever had Tokyo Banana before, but man, it's good.
There's all kinds of like details in the back. There's like the characters. So there's 2 versions. Obviously, there's the Pikachu version, and which is looks like a yogurty thing, and then the Eevee, which is coffee flavored. So let's give this a shot, shall we? Full on, let's do it. Wow. It's like they're wrapped like presents, which is really nice. I always like that about the when you go like into an international place and you're buying like the chocolates or the candies, super nicely wrapped. And I can imagine some little old lady is in the back wrapping each one of these by hand. And they don't pay her very much. Oh, look at that. And it's
Oh,
It's
look
the
who's
wiener. The
here.
wiener
Well,
mobile is here.
well.
Well, wheel. All right, so here we go. Oh, like the box has little Pikachu and Eevee. It's hard to see. Sorry. The box has like a light tone on tone Pikachu and Eevee on there. Okay. Here we go. Opening. Okay, and look at these. They're individually wrapped. Pikachu's and Eevees. Which one should I try?
Eevee.
Eevee it is. Pikachu it is.
I was waiting. I was hoping that's
ultimate dad joke. All right, let's try Eevee, my boy.
What's your favorite evolution?
My favorite evolution is the was it Leafeon?
Leafeon?
I like Leafeon. Leafeon's good.
Like
What do we have here? He says, I heard Citrus Spindrift goes great with sweets on. Maybe.
I like Spindrift. I think
Let's try
Spindrift is
this.
the only.
All right, here we go.
Like,
Ooh, there it is. Oh, each of them are printed differently. That's neat.
Yeah,
They have different...
I think if you look at the front of the box, it says you've got like 12 cookies with 6 designs per.
Yeah,
but
6 pieces each.
Yeah,
of 6 of each. So each one of these designs is probably each one of the cookies is a different design.
it is.
All right, let's give it a shot. But Choco Banana. Good crunch, good consistency. Ooh. This is the coffee one. Oh, it's good. Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
This is all of like $4.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The banana, like the Tokyo banana, the actual like Tokyo banana candies, which are like they're like little banana shaped little things, kind of like that, and but they're like biscuits with like
they're really good
with like a cream in the middle that's banana. They're fucking good, and I'm pretty sure that's what the Pikachu ones.
Cookie. It's so close. What I like about the middle layer is it's hard, but it melts pretty quickly.
Yeah,
which is really good. So, and of course you get the crunch of the side. Very fancy. There you go. Tokyo Banana snack questing. Thumbs up.
Yeah. Well, now you have to have the Pikachu one too. You got to have
at the end of the show. At the end of the show. Relax.
Okay.
Maybe next episode. All right.
No.
let's get into some gaming news, and then we'll get into some games. We've already killed like 20 minutes eating and talking. Fun news. The often rumored PlayStation 5 Slim has officially been revealed. Sorry, my throat's closing up. Oh, they actually spelled separately correct. Nope. Yep, they did. And this one. PS5 Slim. So we knew this was coming. We had, they talked about a Slim version eventually. The rumor from Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming or whatever, some other folks, they said it's a detachable hard drive. I'm like, why would you have a detachable hard drive? Yeah, essentially, here you go. It's a detachable hard drive. Ladies and gentlemen,
disk drive, not hard drive.
I'm sorry, disk drive. It is not a detachable disk drive. It's an attachable disk drive. And what I mean by that is, let me click this button. Is this, I'm going to share this tab. What I mean by that, Sony really wants everybody to go digital. They also want to get out of physical. They can actually so the current PS5 that you can go to the store and buy today, the digital version and the regular version, there are think of like two big manufacturing lines out there. One is doing the digital version, one is doing the disk drive version. Now they only need one manufacturing line to create essentially one PlayStation 5 console. They're making an all digital PS5, and then at the end, they're either putting the clean piece on or the part with the
goiter part.
The Tuma. This is fantastic money saving.
Yes, it is. This is
huge because it's cutting down manufacturing. It's actually very smart on their behalf.
Also, I can see on the little disk drive thing that they put the eject button on the drive itself, which I don't know if you've ever tried to push eject on a PlayStation 5.
Oh, it's horrible.
Which button is it? Is it the top button or is it the bottom button?
It's smart. It's finally smart that they're putting it right. And it looks like an actual button to eject shit.
I have to zoom in myself. So they did move both USB ports to the front.
To the front, yep.
Yeah.
Then this is the actual power button is a like a vertical thing.
Yeah.
Visually, it's
that
nice.
stand is that stand is dumb.
This stand is dumb, and I believe it's also $40.
$40. Got that Apple pricing for the stand.
Yeah.
How long
Sony is selling this digital. They're gonna push people to buy the digital, and the price of the digital has gone up $50. So it used to be $399, now it's $449, which I think that's kind of bunk. Now, granted, they're line that makes the disc drive. Yeah, that's the line right there. Granted, they're throwing a full actual 1 terabyte drive in this instead of an 884 gigabyte drive. But they're jacking up that price for the digital, and I think that's the one they're going to be pushing because again, they want everybody to go digitally, and this drive is going to be sold separately for, I think it's like $70 or $80 the drive.
This is going to be a good thing for the deep future for the PlayStation 5. Because it's going to be one of those things that after the PlayStation 6 is out and you got all this shit going on, there are going to be third-party versions of this. So like, because the drives are going to die, and to be able to have it be just as quickly detachable and replaceable without any sort of, people are going to like, after a certain point, people are going to easily be able to modify this shit and stuff. Like the future is good for in terms of like long-term PlayStation 5 usability, being able to, I mean, effectively,
the modular aspect is really good on this.
I more things need to have, like, the thing is, like, Sega kind of ruined the modularity process in the 90s.
With the Genesis,
it's like you gotta slap the CD on there and the 32X separately and all that shit, and RAM packs and things. But like, this is the kind of modularity that we're missing in consoles. To be able, like, I should be able to make this choice. I should be able to buy the digital one and then at a later date decide, like, I really do wish I had the disc drive so I could get some cheap games, because
play my PS4 games or something.
Or be able to trade some shit with some people.
And I think that's exactly the marketing they're going to use. They're going to say, we're seeing more and more people are buying digital right now, so we want to transition everybody to digital. It's the same PS5, but now it's cuter, right? Was it the Xbox Series S, the redo? They said it's a more adorable, all digital shape, which I think now what's actually really interesting is you have a PS5, an all digital PS5, and you have the all digital Series X. The PS5 is now $50 cheaper than the Series X, the all digital version. But I think this is the right way to go. And I would tell people, if you don't have a PS4, and if this is going to be your, Sony basically said, hey, we're going to be selling, we're going to be including the whole movie aspect, right, in their PlayStation Plus catalog. Their PS Plus catalog now is, what's that?
They're calling it Core, I think, right? The
Core, thing? That now I feel like it's a better deal than Game Pass. At least if you're a PlayStation owner, that's fantastic. Like, you're getting not only all these PlayStation games, except for first round games when they release, but you're getting a pretty decent back catalog. You're getting some newer games, and I think you're getting all the movies. You're getting Crunchyroll, I think, as a part of it. So I think it's a pretty good deal.
No, what launched as
for that.
What launched as just like Game Pass. Game Pass launched in a pathetic state. But like, and same thing. This triple tier PlayStation thing launched in just a miserable state with absolutely nothing to show for it. But if you boot it up now, like the mid-tier, the catalog you get with the mid-tier of PSN is incredible. Like, the game choices, like I never got around to Ratchet and Clank, and it's there now, so I can just play through Ratchet and Clank. And they just added a bunch of 13 Sentinels and Odin Sphere and some of that old shit too. And you get lots of, the trials are really good too. It's like, you just want to play 2 hours of the Last of Us remake just to see what it's like. Well, there you go, or whatever. So I
think what's going to happen is now that the PS5 has been out for 3 years, which is nuts to think, that the the back catalog has finally gotten to a point where if you haven't gotten your PlayStation yet, and of course there's still plenty of people who haven't gotten it in the US and around the world. If you haven't gotten it yet, this is the one to get. Like that you have get that back catalog. You subscribe to the service. Don't need discs. If you need a disc drive, again, you can just buy that sucker later. But I think they're going to sell a lot of it. It's actually a very smart direction. Initially, it was going to be, the rumors we heard was it's in a detachable disc drive, and it's like, well, that sounds stupid. But then when you think about it, it's an attachable disc drive. You're like, oh shit, that's really good. And like you said, third-party companies are great because Sony can be like, yeah, we're done. We don't want to make the Blu-ray drive anymore. People aren't really buying it. We'll let other folks make them or whatever. I think there's maybe it ends up becoming a hub for a bigger hard drive, maybe instead of a disc drive.
Who knows what the ports or what talking those ports are doing to the system. So
yep. So okay. Other news that is actually kind of interesting is, you remember all the fun with John with Unity that's been happening lately, right?
John Riccitiello.
John Ricky Bono, John Rachabuchu. John Riccitiello is retiring. Retiring.
You know how everyone retires effective immediately with little fanfare.
It's not looking very good. No, he basically got booted out.
I'm sure his golden parachute's gonna save.
I mean, granted, he brought a lot of money to Unity. He took it from like this fun little development thing to a service that people port to all the time. They use Unity for their porting, so he helped that grow. But then the last 3 years have just been a wreck, from purchasing all those companies, to bad choices. And obviously the last 2 months have been month and a half, 2 months have been absolutely abysmal for them. But he was essentially the dam holding back the water, the torrent rapids of the torrent rapids of the craziness of the board, because apparently this board is absolutely horrible.
Oh yeah, no,
they're worse than John Riccitiello.
Yeah, things are going to get worse before they get worse. It's just nothing good was happening, and nothing good's going to happen. So
these board members have zero understanding of games. So the new interim CEO is part of the board. He's part of Whitehurst, or whatever the name of it. John M. Whitehurst, from whatever investment company has taken over. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, which half the board works closely with the investment company that the news it's just they're just bringing in another friend as the quote unquote interim CEO, which will turn into full-time CEO at some point.
So that saga, the John Riccitiello saga, ends for now, because who knows where he'll end up next. He's retiring as Unity CEO, but going ahead with Muller, we're going to head to head with Tony Khan. You're right. That's the only
that's the only Malord that Ryan talks about. Just
happy birthday, Tony Khan. Happy birthday, Tony Khan. Oh, hey, by the way, you ready? Ready for this? This is breaking news. I was going to share something else, but Jez Corden at Windows Central said, ahead of Xbox acquisition, Bobby Kotick discussed Microsoft, Neuralink, and hinted at a Guitar Hero revival.
Hell yeah. Bring it.
That's a name I hadn't heard in a while, but I love the plastic guitars. I think it might be time, actually.
You know what's wild is that system is still like firing full cylinders for Rock Band. They're still releasing content, but you cannot get instruments. They do not exist anymore. Like there was like because like Mad Catz was making them, but now they don't exist anymore. And somebody was going to be making new peripherals, but nothing came of that. So who knows what the future holds for the but okay. Give me fucking Guitar Hero. Let's go.
I'm okay.
Give it to Neversoft, man.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That would be badass, actually. So yeah, that's some news. I'll take a Guitar Hero game. Wiener wants to know, how do you not walk into any Goodwill and not find this? I don't see them anymore. I walked into a not a Goodwill, but a Salvation Army, and there was none. Like there were like the two games on there that were there were both
when you do
Mary Kate and Ashley games.
Yeah, when you do find them, they're usually like the Wii guitars. So it's like you gotta put the Wii remote slapping those and shit.
I do have the PS4 Rock Band guitar from Penny Arcade with the Penny Arcade artwork on it. I forgot that I had ordered that, and then it ended up showing up. This was like 7 years ago, whatever. And that sucker's worth a ton of money now. So I might have to use that to pay off kids' college fund down the line. But all right, that's that. The final bit of news, and this is specific for you and I.
Yeah, only me and you.
Yeah, you ready? I think you'll appreciate it. And that is, let me get this larger here. Lego Animal Crossing has been formally announced.
When the initial teaser just showed the minifigures, so people thought it might be the blind bags that they do for a lot of stuff.
Yep.
But thank God it's sets.
It's more than that.
Yeah.
They're the actual so you're gonna have 5 sets, 5 sets with little houses and towns, and you got Rosie and Nook.
Yeah, this is one singular set right here.
Yeah,
this is Nook and Rosie's house.
Yep.
So that's a good set. Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
But if I did a search for Animal Crossing, I can't, dang it.
So and that's the most expensive of them all. $75.
Yeah, the 70s. Yep. But and of course I can't click. Hold on one second. Let me
don't worry, the Lego website's kind of garbage.
It kind of is right now, yeah. Do a search for Animal Crossing. Let's try it again. See if anything else. Here we go. You got Captain's Boat Tour. All right. Isabel's house visit. Julian's birthday party. That's kind of neat.
I like the I think it's the island one.
Yeah, the Captain's Island boat
tour.
No,
I was mistaken. Not the captain. The
Bunny?
first one, the Bunny Outdoor Adventure, because they showed in the trailer that that rock that's on the top is it's hollow underneath, so there's like a coin. There's there's a bell underneath that rock, so you can dig it up. It's really it's
like the mining. Nice.
Yeah, it's cool. It's full of Animal Crossing touches. It's got the camp. It's got all of the tools that you need.
This is neat.
I love the way they make the trees.
Yes,
with the way the fruits hang on it, just exactly like
that's cool. They actually made that's right. They made the fruits actually hang on this thing.
Yeah,
this is really nice.
And if you look at them, all the trees are like spot on. If you go to any of the other sets, like other ones have apples hanging off of them and stuff, and the coconuts. There you go. There's if you go to the Isabel's visit, you can see like
yep.
And it's got the flying present, the apples on the tree, and the smoke coming out of the chimney, telling you that somebody is home. Yeah. It's great.
So smart with this, and you can actually use a little. This is a very simple.
Yeah. And you can you can use like a regular minifigure to be a villager too, since they'll be into scale.
Well, exactly. So here's the cool thing. Very simple. Like this one's $40, which is a more expensive one, to be honest, because you're not actually getting a ton. But the blind bags that they're going to be selling for this, it's like you get a blind bag with the Lego Gacha machine. Where you can get a different piece of artwork, or you'll get a different character, or you'll get a different piece of furniture. That shit's going to be very cool, because I can already see, like, that was part of the fun of Animal Crossing, was just collecting furniture, artwork, doing the little quests. So I'm very glad. I'm cool. I enjoy that this is not like an action thing like the Mario games are. This is an action adventure. Like this is actually something you're playing with you're trying to collect coins and stuff with the Mario stuff, which is cool and all. This is literally just it's a play set. It's just a cool little.
Yeah, I much prefer it when they do this kind of stuff to make them like doll houses. You can't see like let's see if I can just if you look up here. Oh, my camera died. Never mind.
It died.
I was gonna show because I've got just. Let's see. Come on, baby. Come on.
Yes, they do.
But just up off where I was trying to point the camera is a bunch of Lego sets.
Nice.
So, but they're
go.
cool because like I've got the Sanctum Sanctorum, the Ghostbusters firehouse, and the Home Alone house, and they're doll houses. You flip them around. The Ghostbusters one, you open up. The Home Alone one, you flip it backwards, and it's like hollow on the backside, so it's just like multi floors and stuff. And I have the Sleeping Beauty's castle and shit.
That's
like,
cool.
They're doll houses, and I think that works better for.
It's a more traditional Lego, and I think that's what people like about the when Lego actually became play sets instead of Playland. No, I think it's cool. I think it's perfect, and it's I think something that can because it's very those characters the figurines are very minifig friendly, and I think this is something that could last quite a long time because it's very family friendly. Like the Lego Friends was great for like bringing girls into Lego more often because more of like an actual figure play set type of thing. Animal Crossing fits into that as well, and it's great for kids. But Stefan asks, does Lego do a good job of making enough of the over here? Can you hear me now? All right.
Yeah.
I'm back. Yeah, sorry, network issues like crazy.
I didn't know if that was me or you.
No, I think it's actually StreamYard that's having the issues, their server. Anyways, yeah, they do a good job of making plenty of these things.
I think they do.
And they go on sale a lot.
Yeah, so. I think they do an okay job. I don't really think.
Oh, really? Well, the big sets.
The big sets are all like I don't like the Bowser's cool, but I don't think it's like a must-have. I think the NES was really cool, but I think the Atari that they did was better. The question block's fantastic. It's a good display piece, and it's easy to fidget with. But I think that these Animal Crossing ones are better, and I think Mega Bloks is doing some cool shit with the Pokemon stuff lately. I don't know if you've paid attention to any of that stuff.
Yeah, it's neat. I've seen those.
They've got those mechanical ones now that it's like. You crank it, and it's like a running Pikachu or a swimming Gyarados or whatever.
Did you say Pikachu? Because my friend Pikachu is about to be eaten. Let's check out Pikachu. Then we'll move on to what we've actually been playing and not eating. Oh, this is a little bit more difficult. Oh, here we go. I like this little score at the top, a little triangular cut I can use to crack it open. Okay.
Yeah, usually how it works.
Pikachu. Yeah, I'm old. This looks. It's funny. This looks like a cheese and cracker sandwich. Pikachu looks really cute, by the way. He's just kind of sitting there chilling, got his little hands like this. It looks like a cheese cracker, but oh my god, it smells really good. All right, let's give it a shot. Oh, it's very banana. Very banana with this one. I'm not in love with it. I'm not a big fan of banana stuff that's not an actual banana. Like my banana is just a pure banana, but
the thing about the Tokyo banana stuff is that it tastes closer to real banana than like a banana runt or something.
True. Oh, runts are good. It is Halloween season. Anyways, I like the look of this. This one's good, but I like the other one better. It tastes better.
Yeah, but you're also a coffee fanatic, so that goes a long way.
Correct. Okay, done. Let's get into games we've been playing.
Game time.
Game. You and I
have
been playing a game. Now, I haven't played against you yet.
No.
But I'm going to. It was hard to play against. Okay, let me rephrase it. JJ and I got codes for, I'm going back further, AEW Fight Forever.
Yeah.
Which is an arcade style wrestling game, definitely more arcade-like than the WWE stuff. And it was fun. It was kind of bare bones, and I think that's why it hasn't held up, because there really isn't a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They're
just
releasing
added
content for it. Yeah. They have Danhausen now. They're releasing a lot of content for it, and they are advertising it every week and at every event. But they're, because AEW is still sort of small, they're kind of building it up now.
And it's kind of cold. AEW is kind of cold right now, so
So one thing that's kind of missing right now is football games outside of Madden. EA and Madden have the monopoly on like the sim style football games. When you think of football games, you hear Madden, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
We used to have a ton of like simulation and arcade style games back in the late 90s, early 2000s. That all went by the
2K.
wayside.
Yeah, you had 2K, you had Blitz, you had Street.
Yeah, it's Street. You had NCAA. Now the only place you could find alternatives is either on mobile or in like
you go to
some
Steam.
downloadable.
You go to Steam, and you'll see like unbranded football games. Like it's like it is a football game and it's got a decent engine, but who cares?
So we got offered codes for an arcade style football game that came out today. Called Wild Card Football.
Yeah.
Great play on the name. And we'll get to that in a second.
And for people that don't know this, if this is something that they haven't heard of before, it is part of the Playgrounds franchise, which is the NBA Playgrounds. There's 2 of those, I think.
Yep. I've played both of them.
Yeah, they're great. I think they're great games.
Yep. Here's the fake.
Wow. Yeah.
Boy, they really made him look younger.
Yeah.
So Wildcard Football is a 7-on-7 arcade style game. It uses the NFLPA license, so you have current and past players, by the way.
Yeah.
Legends and stuff. And
a lot. I was kind of blown away by how many players are in this game.
What's really funny is you have 32 so the modes in the game are you can just play a regular season, like a 8-game season or whatever, and choose the players that you want, or choose a team that you want. Like Team Mahomes is clearly the Kansas City Chiefs. Team Goff is clearly my Detroit Lions because they have the players there.
Team Geno Smith is clearly the Seahawks.
And then the names are like the names of the teams are actually team this, team that.
Team
and they
whoever the quarterback
colors
is. And it's honestly like it seems like it's all the quarterbacks, like all the main, all the main.
It's all the quarterbacks, all the actual team Baker Mayfield. You know, they're all there. Like there they are, right there. And you have a lot of the players from the NFL that are in this game. So the hook is, so you can play it as sort of a season-ish type of thing with play a champion, blah, 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 with your players, or you can play the actual dream. I forget what they call the dream team mode.
Dream team.
And that's where you can collect. There's collectible cards, and that's what the playground games are kind of famous for. Is that you collect cards, gotcha packs of cards, and then you use those cards are either your players, so you can collect a whole team. I mean, it's like the EA does it with everybody does it these days. But the addition here is that you can get some aesthetic stuff like new uniforms and move sets, that kind of thing. But you can also get like game modifiers, and so Stefan says it is sort of a deck builder, which is kind of cool. You don't have to use these at all to play, but there are some fun like modifiers that you can use. Like there's one that there's the ones that can actually make your team faster or make the other team slower or improve your catching, like the actual sort of sports-ish realistic ones. But then there are stuff like, I'm gonna hit this play again back here. And there's stuff like it throws mud, like pools of oil and mud slicks on the field, or it'll put the bouncers from what do they call them? The
pinball, like those pinball bouncers.
The pinball bounce like that you saw there. And those are really cool because it really does modify the game. And the goal is to keep playing, as every time you gain a level, you get a new pack of cards and you can hopefully get something cool. And so that's the background of the game. And all that stuff is actually played online. You can't play that stuff offline. That's the online portion. So it has crossplay between platforms. As a Switch player, which was I'm reviewing it on, you're reviewing it on Steam. I played against people playing it on Steam. I played against folks playing it on PlayStation and folks playing it on Xbox. I haven't played against anybody playing it on Switch, partly because I don't think it was. I may have been one of the only people that had the code for the Switch version, but crossplay is actually very cool. So you can play against anybody. There were no friends lists that I noted yet. But anyways, that's the whole background of the game, arcade style. Give me your thoughts, JJ, what you think.
In terms of just outright playing a football game, it's just incredibly fun. It's like it's not asking a lot out of you. In terms of the stuff like you can really just kind of pick up and choose like, oh, do I just want
Yep.
to run or do I want to pass? Like there's
There's
certain
oil slicks there.
yeah, like the passing game's kind of weak in
Yeah.
this game, but like the running game's really fun.
No, that's funny because for me it
I
was the opposite. I actually liked passing better, but I loved the defense. Like
yeah.
I usually hate playing defense, and I want to play the offense.
They make
The
they
defense pretty fun.
like the one thing that
Avoid
I
your dog.
noticed the one thing I noticed immediately was on kickoff returns for the other team. Like
Mhm.
when you're running towards them, like in Madden, it's kind of a pain in the ass to know
Yeah.
what's going on. Because the camera's not on your side. So and it still isn't here, but like it's
Yeah.
way more forgiving because it's an action-oriented game. So like I actually feel like I'm controlling the entire team when we're barreling down
Right.
on
Yeah.
the receiving team or whatever.
It helps that
So,
there's only 7 players, so you
yeah,
can switch back and
exactly.
forth very quickly. The
I like the
fields
way
are
I like the way the juke works in this, where it's just
yeah,
like
it's just
a
very simple.
crazy because it's just like a crazy ninja run. It's like you're
Yeah,
playing Metal Gear Revengeance, where you just like
yeah.
hold down the juke button and you're gonna be doing
You
sick
do
flips all over
flips
the
and
place and
yeah,
shit.
it's
Yeah,
cool.
it's cool. I like it a lot.
Now, if, so I'm playing it on Switch, and I
Yeah.
know for me when I'm in docked mode and undocked mode, I've been playing it handheld more only because it's been easier for me.
Yeah.
The visuals aren't super like they're
No,
nothing to go crazy with. I think
even on
even in
like like
the regular version, they're not
yeah,
amazing,
I
but
was gonna say even on my like gaming setup,
mhm.
it's okay. It's
Yeah,
fine. It
yeah,
kind of has that
it's
Vaseline
the
look
job
on
done. Yeah,
everything.
yeah, there you go. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Everything has a little bit of a sheen to it, but
yeah, like and in some ways just to hide the fact
yep.
that there's like I do appreciate that the just sorry. Sorry. I do appreciate that the kind of cartoony characters
Mhm.
do look like who they're supposed to look like.
Yeah,
It just
I was really surprised about that
like
too.
because like you kind of expect when they do this, it's like they're gonna look like Funko Pops, but like you
Mhm.
can tell from that screen that just played that was
Yeah.
Russell Wilson without
Yep,
knowing that was Russell Wilson.
yep.
Like the characters look like who they're even the minor characters
Even
look
the minor
like.
like even the
Yeah,
players that are like,
yeah,
linebackers and stuff look
yeah,
exactly like who they're supposed to look
yeah,
like.
yeah.
Uh,
Dan Marino, I don't know. Did
yeah,
you?
I saw your
Does it?
photo of
Yeah,
Dan Marie. Well, I'll have to put it in
yeah.
the
He
review.
doesn't precisely look too much like Dan
Yeah.
Marino. But I think that just comes with making graphics off of old photos. You get it a lot with wrestling stuff too, where it's like
Yep.
it's
Yep.
harder to get accurate looks of older wrestlers because you can't scan them and nobody has updated 3D files for
Mhm.
these people. So it's just like, well, you have to have an artist create this off of a photo
Yep.
that was taken 30 years ago. So
But they do a good they do a good job with the
yeah,
likenesses. I'm
not
I am
here,
a stick not yet, not grown.
yeah.
I'm a stickler for like the ambiance of the game. So I will say this: the stadiums are actually kind of cool because they
Yeah,
have stadiums around the world, and they have like
yeah,
stadiums in you have Chicago, New
yeah.
York, Los Angeles, blah blah. But then you also have like a festival. You'll have like
Yeah, the
mud
gimmicks.
field.
I think the gimmick
The
stadiums are more fun in this. Like,
Yes, exactly. The only issue is that there's not a lot going on, like,
no,
crowd-wise in these stadiums. Like, they do
no,
feel a
empty.
little on the empty side. Like,
Yeah.
typically, like you can see there, they're just like people standing on the sideline watching professional athletes play, which is like, I would have expected a little more stuff happening. I
Yeah.
would have liked to see a few more bombastic, like, things happening, like the Street Fighter-esque stuff
Yeah,
happening in the background, like just
background,
some
yeah.
crazy, things that you're gonna want to point out, but you don't really have that here. It really is just kind of focusing on the playing field, but controls really well. You said the juke stick was good.
I like that,
I
yeah.
totally agree with you. It's I've never the reason I like playing defense is I've already had like 2 interceptions that I returned for touchdowns because it's easy to intercept. You literally just
Yeah.
hit the Y button in this case.
Yeah,
You hit the jump button to jump and
yeah,
intercept the pass, and if
yeah.
you're positioned correctly, you're gone.
Yeah,
It's so nice.
yeah, everything's because as easy it is to intercept, it's just as easy for you to get
Yeah.
intercepted on.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So it's one of those things where it's like you're never really, it's Mario Kart. Like,
Yeah.
you're never
Yep.
really screwing somebody over too hard because it's just around the corner of
Yep.
having you getting completely fucked over, especially with the,
Yeah.
especially with some of the cards. Some of the cards
Yeah.
are brutal, man.
They are.
Because
Yeah.
there's some cards that affect, like, negatively affect just your stats
Yep.
that make you
Yep.
like super slow, and you're
Yep.
just like,
Or specific players super slow, like
Yeah.
your quarterback will be slow, or you're running.
yeah. So
And it's usually
yeah.
so you get to select one or two cards. Essentially, the way it works out is that
Yeah.
there's points. I don't know if they'll show it on here, but
yeah, there's basically a special meter that's building up.
yeah, you
throughout
get
the
like
game,
10. I think there's like 10 points, and then that goes
Yeah.
down if you select specific cards.
Yeah,
Like
and
some
each
cards
card
will be
has
1, 2,
yeah.
3
Yeah.
value, but then
the more detrimental the
yeah.
on the outcome the card has, the more of your energy it'll use.
Yep. And then those replenish little by little.
Oh yeah,
during the downs or when things
if
happen.
you blast through them at the beginning of the game, it's an uphill battle to sort of earn that stuff
especially
back.
if they haven't used theirs
Yeah.
early on. I recommend
And-
not doing anything early on, letting it go.
and they have a card that lets you steal their energy, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So you can really just sort of manipulate that stuff. Like if they did use all their stuff, you can sort of bank those energy cards, and every time they start building it back up, you can yank it away. I'm just gonna speak.
Oh no, here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Hey,
there we go.
It is me. It's me.
Okay.
I was saying. Now I know where to cut.
Okay.
I really enjoy the card aspect of this because it does
add.
It makes an arcade style game be that much more interesting.
Arcade, yeah,
but that much more arcade, and it makes you want to collect more cards, which I don't really like to do in a lot of these games. But and you can set up your card packs and get rid of cards.
Well, and I think that's sort of the thing is that the cards aren't really difficult to understand or use.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to worry about status effects and things. Like the cards are really just relegated to a single button push, and you push the button if you want to use it or not before you pick your play, and that's just sort of it. And I don't know what this game's going to do in the long run. I until we got the codes for this, I had never heard of this game.
Oh, really? So I previewed it at Game Fest because that's when they told me about it. Like, hey, you want to check out this thing? Yeah, it's an arcade game from the Playground Sports guys. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
But it's great. It's genuinely like well put together. It plays really well. You are not getting the same thing out of this as you are Madden or even Blitz. From back in the day, but it's a completely different type of NFL experience or football experience. But,
now, I think so. I brought up the AEW game earlier, Fight Forever, because that's also sort of an arcadey thing here, and this has a lot of the retro arcade feel of like NFL Blitz or whatever, and NFL Street, but it's sort of lacking on like a little bit of content. Like there's the offline content is like an exhibition mode, like a quick game or a season, and that's it. And you can't change rosters, can't do anything. Then the other aspect, on the Dream Team stuff, where you actually can collect and do all this kind of thing, is great. You can customize individual characters.
Yeah, it's their version of Madden Ultimate Team.
It is. But you can actually have individual jersey styles and helmets, and that's kind of stuff is all
crazy shit too.
Yeah,
I kind of wish the game had more individual personality. Like it's cool, but like everyone's kind of exactly the same in it. Like there's no like I kind of wish the quarterbacks had their own unique personality to them or something.
So I think that's basically what it is. It's just it's like just missing a little bit of that personality.
I will say this game made me laugh out loud at one particular thing. It's where we did like a quarterback sack, but we like double teamed the quarterback, but we like picked him up, laid him down, and put his head on the football, and like he's just like we were putting him to sleep, like he was resting it on a bed. It made me laugh. It was very funny. That's a good bit.
It is. I think one thing that was really funny to me, and it's happened a couple times, is that sometimes the game doesn't realize that something bad happened, like to your player, and your player will do the wrong, or the team will do the wrong celebration. Like I had a fumble that the other team, was it a fumble or no? It was a safety. I had a safety pulled against me. So I get a safety pulled against me. My guy goes into the end zone and he falls, whatever. My quarterback gets knocked down and he gets up. And the celebration is my quarterback going, yeah, I got 2 points. And I got 2 points for the wrong team. It's like, it kind of has a little bit of those issues every once in a while. But I mean, those weird little things aside, I'm enjoying it. I'm actually surprised at how much I'm enjoying it.
I would absolutely, if a friend who I knew was a football player, was a football fan, wanted a game suggestion, I would absolutely suggest this game for them, because it's just it's fun enough. I think
I wish the only thing I wish is that that there was a full unlocked mode where you can just go crazy and set up your team and go bonkers, because then I could play against a friend and be like, hey, I got Patrick Mahomes and I got this running back, and I get this guy, and I just set up my team for fun and all my cool bonker stuff.
And
I wish there was a mode like that.
And and it's a little tricky too, because listen, how the sausage is made. When we get the review codes, we get the deluxe editions of these usually, and so we get all this shit unlocked out the gate, and I realize now that a lot of my friends aren't going to be able to dress Dan Marino up as a samurai out the gate. They're going to have to grind for that.
Wait, was yours the unlocked edition, the deluxe edition?
Yeah, I got.
Mine wasn't. Not on the Switch. Nope, I did not have that on the Switch. So there's a difference in these reviews. But no, yes, I agree. The on the Switch I think is great. So the reason I chose
I want to answer Stefan right now. No, this is not the new Tecmo Bowl. Tecmo Bowl, despite its simplicity, was still kind of a sim game.
Yeah.
So you kind of really had to despite it just being and if you take things like Bo Jackson out of the equation, that was or whatever,
right,
you still kind of had to play football by the rules of football in Tecmo Bowl, especially Super Tecmo Bowl and stuff. So
and you care about stats in Tecmo Bowl. In this game you don't care about stats at all. You're just caring about scoring and winning.
Every team is in just the bare bones version, the non-dream team stuff. There are no stats. Every team is even. Yep. So Tecmo Bowl was definitely an early attempt at being a sim. This has no pretense of trying to.
And they're totally happy not.
There's hardly any. It's you're not gonna get offsides or whatever in this fucking game. It's just they won't let you. So
I'm totally fine with that. Like I said, I just wish there was a friends list, because that'd be fun for me. And then I wish there was a mode that just lets you unlock everything and just to goof around, because those things are always kind of fun at getting people into, or unlock most of the stuff. Maybe some things are still, obviously you have to work through those, but
this has all the trappings of a game that feels like at one point they were just going to charge you for all this stuff, and then they kind of pared it back to be a little more realistic. So
it's good. It's not going to wow a ton of people, but guess what? It's the best football game on the Switch, because it's really the only one that has real NFL players. It functions. It functions. I will say it functions really well on the Switch. I didn't really notice any bugs. Like I said, the only issue is just sort of the Vaseline screen stuff. But
it works
really well. Yeah,
it plays as well and is about as fully featured as the Madden PC releases, anyways. So.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And it's got Colin Kaepernick in it. So
it's got Colin Kaepernick, who apparently was there when they were doing the previews for this game. I did not see him and didn't get a chance to. I wanted to, which I like the dude, actually. He's actually a really good player. But anyways, there you go. Wild Card Football.
Great game.
You're playing it on Steam. I'm playing it on Switch, and it's good for both. And I can recommend it.
I'm going to show something that I recently got, because yes, I am playing it on Steam, but I'm playing it across 3 different devices. I play it on my laptop, I play it on my Steam Deck, and I also am playing it on my Raj Ally.
This guy picked up a ROG Ally. Is it already on sale somewhere, or
No,
you just wanted to do it?
I needed some retail therapy.
And now I
Yeah,
expect you to do a full review of the Ally, my dude. Just take some
Oh.
photos, do a little write up or a little video review next time.
If any questions anyone has about this thing, I can easily answer.
There you go. I think it'd be good. I think if we had Taylor on, I think he would have a blast.
I
think that's what you mentioned.
I mentioned. I said if Taylor's going to be on the show,
Okay,
he's going to
that's the
be.
one.
This is what it was. He was going to be like. He would be like, oh, God, what is wrong with you?
How long till it overeats? There you go.
It has a significantly worse battery life than the Steam Deck.
Okay.
But it has way more fans than the Steam Deck.
There you go.
So, like if you look at the it's got the Steam Deck fans on the top, the nice the huff and air. But you also get some shit on the back too, shaped up like the logos and stuff, and it's got RGB, so that's how you know it's for gamers.
That's how you know it's for gamers.
Yeah, and Game Pass. I was gonna say out the box, but it's a Windows 11 machine, so nothing's out of the box.
Nothing's out of the box.
They take some fucking. So yeah, I've everything that I've gotten, I've been playing on both of these devices. So that football game runs equally great on Steam Deck as it does on the Ally. So yay!
All right. So you've been playing a game that isn't beautiful. A game.
No, it's the Johnny Wags biopic thing.
It is ugly.
It's been called Ugly. This came out a little bit ago, I think March.
Something like that, maybe. Yeah.
Something like that. It is a puzzle platformer. And I think you'll understand what I mean when I say this. I don't think people who lived through this era will understand exactly what I mean, but you will. This has all of the feelings of an Xbox Live Arcade game that came out in like 2008 or 2009, like that peak era of just like Xbox Live Arcade games that you know what I mean when I say that. This is incredibly clever platforming game. It's hard to sort of understand just by looking at it what's going on most times. So you're this ugly little dude. You wake up and you find a little piece of a mirror. And that mirror is sort of like your main platforming element here. When you activate the mirror, it creates a vertical or horizontal line, and it puts a clone of you equidistance from like where you created the line. So and you move in tandems, and you can cross each other. And so if you, I wish there was a screen in here that you'll see in this. You create it, he can pass through the wall, and you can swap the positions.
Oh, okay, all right.
And so that's one thing, and you can. There's lots of weird ways of going about this because you can see you can also do it vertically too, and you can use momentum and stuff to sort of change how some of that stuff's gonna work. But like every level, it looks like a Metroidvania, but it's really not. It's pretty linear. You kind of enter an area, you do your puzzle platforming, and you like find a key that's gonna unlock the door to the next area. And there is a really, really compelling story that you're putting together kind of obtusely. All of these chalk things. There's no dialogue really going on throughout in this. Nobody's talking. Your protagonist is doesn't speak. But it has some good accessibility options too. You can change sort of like hint systems and stuff, and colorblind mode and things. But just the platforming with the mirror mechanic works really, really well. Once you're in tune with it completely, you can really do some really cool, like, I would be interested to see what some of the speedrun stuff is here, because like at first you're kind of slow at it because your brain is kind of remembering how the buttons work. It's like, okay, I'm pushing B to activate the mirror shard. I'm moving to the other side of the wall. I flip the character to the other side, and then I grab the key, flip back to the other side, push B again to retract the mirror, and go on my way. And like you learn the pentameter of that pretty early on. There's boss fights in it too that just sort of let you. I think the vertical ones.
This looks really neat with them.
Are more interesting because and ones where you have to cross gaps and stuff, because it does a lot of that, because you're the
size of this level. Holy cow.
Yeah, like without any like too much spoilers, like the end of it kind of gets to be like a maze where you have to sort of figure out how you're supposed to traverse this stage using your mirror techniques. And the clone version of you, quote unquote, the mirror version of you, is corporeal, so it can move through walls and everything.
Okay.
And can like walk across gaps. So that's how you like clear certain areas. Like you got to push, like early on, you got to like push a box to the edge of the stage, get on top of the box, go into mirror mode, get swap places, get down, push the box. When you push the box, it pushes him over the gap, jump up on the box and up on the stage, and he's on the other side of a wall that you couldn't get past earlier. And just like with, there's similar games to this where
that's cool.
Your character, your shadow, I guess, the clone can only go as far as your character can go. So the second your character hits a brick or something, they can't go any further than that. So you have to like figure out how to get your guy up and over to do some of that stuff, and it's a lot of quick switching and stuff. And there's secret rooms and stuff that you can find. It has a true ending, which is like fascinating. Like the true ending's cool because
already ugly. You're ugly.
Okay. Yeah. The true ending, it has like a musical number to it. It's great.
Oh wow. Love the art style.
It's great. It looks good. It plays really well. It also, like, if you get trapped in a place, if you push the on it'll be Y if you're on like Xbox, Steam, whatever, which will be X on the Switch. I don't know if it's on the Switch.
Whatever.
But and basically, like, when you get trapped, you pull something out of your pocket, you take a swig of it, you kind of wobble around, you pass out, and when you wake up, everything's kind of wobbly for a couple of seconds, but everything's reset. So it's basically you just get drunk, pass out, and then everything resets. And yeah, so it's got a cool sort of, not cool. There is, without spoiling anything, I don't know how to. There does need to be a trigger warning for some of the stuff that's in this game. I don't know how to. The final act of it has some heavy themes. So if you're sensitive to certain dark I will say non like sexual themes, just violence themes, be warned. But overall, very good. I love the aesthetic. I love the level layouts. I love the puzzle solving. It's all very good game. I highly recommend it. It's been out for a while. I don't know if any of this is getting picked up. I know Dally froze, so
keep going.
Okay, but,
overall, you love the.
Yeah, overall, I love the game. It's great.
Cool.
I kept talking. I said, I don't know if any of this is getting picked up. But,
you probably are. Yeah, I think it's just me. Yep. But, my network's acting up here. That's cool. So, yeah, game looks really, and it's on. You played it on Steam, yeah?
Played it on Steam. Yep. Cool. It's like I said, it is absolutely one of those Xbox Live Arcade games from like it would have been like it's in the same vein as. Is Ryan still here? I hope he's not still here. It's in the same vein as Braid in that sense, but it's a better game than Braid. Gotcha. I'll just say it plays better. That cold really Michigan way is messing with your internet. Yeah, so yeah, it's if you're looking for a puzzle platformer, this is the one to go to right now. I think it's highly recommend this. A thumbs up.
So you're also playing a game that's a puzzle game, but it's not for review. But
no, this is just especially for JJ. Yeah, baby. I think
love this.
We
talked about this.
Yeah, I think I was looking at my Steam count thing, and I'm like got like 12 hours in this already.
Nice.
It's an early access, but it
Okay.
is fully featured at its thing. It's the new Picross game from Jupiter, but it's on Steam. So for anyone that doesn't know, Jupiter is the ones that makes all the Picross games on Nintendo consoles. They went about this in an incredibly cool way. The way you unlock puzzles is fucking cool. You start off with some basic stuff. You get stuff like, you solve a puzzle and it's like for Earth or water or the sun. And then you'll get to these other puzzles that are, I wish there were, so you see how that one? Okay, pause. Just pause. Okay. So you see, so when it's blue like that, that means you have the necessary puzzles solved to solve that. So you see, it says fusion hint. So it's telling you the material,
what you need to solve.
So things that are blue means if it's blue, it means you have it. Okay. If it's red or pinkish color, it means you don't have it. So you have to solve other puzzles to get it. And you can see, so this one needs 3 different puzzles, and you've solved those 3 puzzles. So a box made out of a material stronger than stone, and those things never change either. So like when they say a material stronger than stone, it means the same thing every time.
Got it.
And in this case, it means iron. You've unlocked an iron. It can bake things, and so that could be a number of
easy bake oven, of course. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And it operates using energy, and that's like, okay, so I know I've unlocked electricity, I know I've unlocked iron or different materials that could be stronger than stone, and I know there's a few things in there. I've got fire and the sun. It could be one of the, and so you go into, so when they pick that, I don't know if they're going to go into any of these.
Okay.
Level up. It asks you pick the things that you want, and you push the fusion button. And if you got it right, if you guessed the fusion right, it unlocks another puzzle, which will also be.
It has a flat material stronger than stone, has a grippable handle. So you're doing the 2 little fusions, and there you go. Yeah. Okay.
So so those fusions will open up another puzzle that you can solve, and
there it is.
And when you solve it, you get another item that you can use to unlock another part of the book.
That's cool. That's cool.
And they're all in different categories too. And you're unlocking categories. It's like primordial and like grasslands, mountain lands, water, and things. And so when you're doing the fusion, if you get it wrong, it can give you a hint about like, well, you were close when you chose the primordial thing that the brain was in, but maybe try something else in there. Or if you get it close enough, but also way off, it will unlock these puzzles called, I don't know how to pronounce the character's name. I think it's like emails. The guy that looks like Vivi that's talking to you.
Yeah.
And it unlocks some of his like secret puzzles that you don't know the answers to. And they're basically like horribly drawn pictures that he, like a child drew. And it's him just being like, listen, I thought the hands came out okay in this one. It's cute. But like, yeah, the
cool stuff.
The process of unlocking puzzles is like these little mini puzzle games that are 0 effort. Like you do have to sort of, there's no punishment for getting the fusion wrong.
Sure.
And the parts that you got right, it keeps in there. So you're just like, oh, it wasn't the sun, it was fire or whatever, and so you just keep blasting through these, and the puzzles get bigger and bigger. I think I got up to like 30 by 30 already. And I think it's my favorite Picross games.
It looks so cool. It has one of the giant ones there.
Yeah, and it plays so good. Like it's got full controller support. I've been playing it mostly on Steam Deck. It plays really good with mouse and keyboard, obviously, but they've optimized it for keyboard and for controller support fairly recently. It didn't launch with controller support at all. You kind of had to, like, if you're going to be on Steam Deck, you kind of had to use the touchpad shit. It wasn't the best.
It's coming to Switch as well this year, so that's cool. Or whatever.
But it's on early access right now, and it's 100%, I think, my favorite Picross game that Jupiter has ever made. It's so cool. Good, and it's all like nothing's out crazy with this puzzles or anything, so it's all common stuff. There's been a couple that I've looked at that I'm like, yeah, that's a knife, I guess. But
Yes, yeah.
But like the bigger the puzzles get, the more detailed they get. Like some of the early puzzles are like, yeah, okay, scissors, sure. You just got this out of the way so I could use the scissors in a fusion later or whatever.
Sure.
So yeah, it's a great. It's such a clever way of locking puzzles, because instead of just a linear progression of like I solved this one, so it's on to the next one, and just going down a row, because you're popping back and forth constantly between like okay, I'm at level 5 now, so I can access even more of the puzzles from like the very first section, and I've unlocked more fusions, so you're just constantly popping back and forth between the categories and stuff. It's cool.
Sure.
It's an absolutely clever way of handling this, and I can just lay in bed and get lost for a couple of hours in this game. It's a perfect Picross game.
Awesome. Very cool. There was another game, but I want to save it because I want to play this game too, and I know Sam's probably playing it as well.
Yeah.
So
and it just came out today. I don't have any opinions to really say other.
Okay, we'll talk about Forza next time.
Yeah, it's
got cars.
It's cars, and it reminds me why I do have the Xbox Series X, because Jesus Christ, it's so beautiful.
JJ, thank you for joining me this evening. I had the solo show last time because I had to bail and go to Japan. So I'm like, it was good to get somebody.
And we still made it under an hour and a half. So
yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of people were chatting, even though I had a few technical issues. So I'll edit those out. I'll see what it looks like. I'll restart my server or my browser. I don't know.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can find us at sidequesting.com. That's where you'll find both JJ and I. Who cares where you find us on the socials, whatever.
If you're on, if you go to the Discord and you really want to follow me on X or Blue Sky, just ask.
Or whatever.
Yeah, just ask in the Discord. We'll tell you.
And again, the Discord, definitely go to the Discord. Sidequesting.com. Go to the Discord. The link is in the post for this guy, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, or on the site. I should put a big link on our site, like on the sidebar.
Yeah, there needs to be.
That's something that I should probably do. Yeah,
I think the next round of business cards needs the Discord over anything.
I think so. SideQuesting TV on YouTube and Twitch, and of course, Only Weirdos in the Discord. That's the maybe that's the name of our episode this week. But, other than that, we'll see you on the next episode of The Side Quest.